Hey Legionnaires, welcome back to another glorious NTW 3 battle for you today. And today we have a whole cocktail of different French armies here. Today we have the 1799 all the way to the brand spanking new 1814 army in use today. We also have the 11-pointer Russia center here making its way forward. They are going to be a pretty heavy hitter in today's battle, I'm sure. We also have back here 1814, led by Victor Perrin himself. He is going to be leading their army into battle. It looks like we've got the Grognards as well in action, which is great to see them. A lot of guardsmen, I'm sure. A lot of guardsmen at both ends of the perspective. We've got, like, you know, the old guard, and then we have the Guard National, which is just literally militia, really. So yeah, plenty of them. And then the final army is going to be 1798 Egyptian campaign. So we have, yeah, literally armies from both ends of the perspective, as we already have a building being taken here. So it looks like the French have lost one unit trying to take it, and then they've sent in a second and they managed to take it from the Spanish. It looks like some Spanish, like, skirmishers or a small unit have gone in. Russia and France again also sort of nearly clashing there. Their hussars looked like they were going to go in and then change their minds. So here we have the, I don't know which Russia this is. I am imagining it's going to be the brand spanking new 9-pointer. That's like the French campaign for Russia. I imagine that one's in use today. We then also have somewhere out here, if I can find them. Oh, down the road. There you go. Spain here. So they were the ones responsible for defending that building. And then we have all the way back here, we have Austria. I'm not sure what era. We'll have to see at the end. Or just later on, once their units appear. We have Austria there, and then we have all the way over here a second Spanish army. So, as you can see there, we have plenty of Spanish in this one. We have a fairly strong Russia. Russia, both, whether it's the 9-pointer or whether it is the 10-pointer, both Russias are now very, very strong. And Russia looks like he was going to go in for a charge here. He's going in for his artillery. The 6-pounder is kind of vulnerable here. Get it out of there, boys! Cossacks are getting in, and they should take that cannon out. Nicely done. That's a big win there for the Cossacks. That's a big loss, and there you go. You can see we've got a cavalry battalion. They're coming up slowly. That's heavy cav. That's not coming up quickly enough. And the Cossacks do break, but their job is done. And all of a sudden, coming down the road now, we have more Austrian cavalry. We have some, like, looks like Chevaliers. Then we have, all the way out here, we have the Spanish with some like little scout cav as well. They're getting ready. But yeah, this one certainly is shaping up to be a fairly nice one already. We've got a few cavalry charges going in. Seems like the coalition want to be fairly aggressive, want to retake this this point here, this 1-pointer right in the middle of the map, and try and hold that. You can see Russia already beelining with infantry now, going straight towards it. I'm thinking this is the 9-pointer, like the 1814, because the units are quite small. And that is one of the distinguishing facts about the 9-pointer. Though it's a pretty strong faction, its units are usually a little smaller than the 10-pointer. Yeah, Russia is, yeah, all of a sudden appearing out of the woods here. Also, I have a feeling it's 9-pointer because they have this banner, and that looks more like a Prussian banner. And it's like this is supposed to be like a Russia, Prussia sort of like combination. At least that's what I have got under my. That's what I imagine. They don't usually have that banner if they're going into, if it's the 10-pointer, the 1812 core. As you can see here, looks like lots of troops now the 11-pointer is shifting, like, to the right, because Russia is like the extreme right here. Whether they could come down this road and offer battle there, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of heavy cav in this one. Look at this. I mean, the 11-pointer, I guess, felt it was necessary to bring so much, but yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3 cuirassier units here. Some expensive cavalry, that's for sure. And they're bringing lots of just like general sort of like infantry behind. Not great infantry. They've gone very much heavy cav. I guess they're relying on maybe Egypt and the Italian campaign to really bring up the massive infantry, because they often can. Be interesting to see where they slot in everyone else. I mean, Spain out here is very. If this is where his army is very wide right now. He is in a very good commanding position where he can just come onto the flank of the French and really cause them havoc. And it seems like France is not interested in contending with that. They're just quite happy to to wait until Spain gets a bit closer to deal with it. Maybe one of these armies in the back, 1814 or the Egyptian campaign, are going to deal with that Spanish army. Because in fairness, the pressing matter is the three armies in front of them. We do have Spain, Austria, and a Russia here. But they do need to remember there is a second Spanish army way off over there that could make itself very much known on their flank sooner or later. We've got a battery here of horse artillery, the Cossack horse artillery. I do like this unit. It's very, very nice. And yeah, that's setting up. And that's ready to pound the French lines here. Russia is so slowly but surely getting forward. He's going to try and, you know, test the waters, see what the French have got here. Because obviously we can see from the French perspective, like most of the units like further back, they're hidden. These guys are all hidden. They are unknown. You can see like the first couple of ranks of units here. We've got some pretty good units in the back. We've got like chasseurs that are pretty solid, some good shooting units. I did see some carabineers somewhere as well, but where have they disappeared? Like not the cavalry variant, but like yeah, there you are, the infantry variant. They kind of look like almost like old guard, but just dismounted. They've got the big bearskin hats going on. Yeah, that's a good unit as well, almost a grenadier. Like light infantry. It's a very good unit, and you can see it's very good because he's going to hide it behind this building, which hopefully does not come crumbling down on their heads. Here you go, the first sort of line fight's getting underway. France is in range of the Russian infantry. And look at this. This is interesting. So we're going to have a big cav fight, looks like, out here. We have hussars moving out here. We have, oh boy, not one, but two cuirassiers here from Russia coming forward. And I imagine they might be one of them might be a lifeguard. I don't know, but they are big units. They are scary. This is why about 3 cuirassier units have been brought by 1814 for a reason. Because Russia, in the more like in their update, can bring a lot of cuirassiers. In its 1814 variant, can bring so many. Got a little Cossack out here. But yeah, shaping up to have a lot of cav facing off against each other here. Gendarmes are here. We've got some hussars, dragoons, imperial dragoons. We have the dragoons of the Empress, which we've seen before in the 1814 corps quite a bit. But yeah, 105 men. It's a good unit. We have Ledoux here as well. Oh my gosh, yeah, there are some heavy hitters when it comes to cav right now. Ledoux hopefully should be able to deal with those Russian cuirassiers. It is probably still far and away the best cavalry unit on the battlefield, I feel like. In my opinion, some of you NTW3 veterans might be like, nah, Pope, you're wrong. There's better units. But Ledoux is probably far and away one of the best around. But yeah, you got the cuirassiers here coming forward as well onto this side. So they're trying to spread out their heavy cav, I guess, make sure they can have some everywhere. But we'll see how they do. Yeah, dragoons coming forward here. Hopefully they have enough like in the way of medium cav as well. Artillery down this road right now is pummeling the Russians. Funnily enough, it actually looks like it's a like a German artillery piece as well. I almost about to say Russian because it is in green uniform, but I think they're like Confederation of the Rhine or something like that. Like sort of like Frankfurt or something, I don't know. Well, it says Artilleria Piazza, so that's probably actually Polish, probably not German at all. They did look very Russian for a moment, but yeah, they're pounding the Russian lines over there. And yet the French are technically the winners, I guess, of that first line fight, because Russia's going to pull back. He's lost a fair few men as well. Austria is now arriving with some infantry down this road, being the last man into the battle, sort of, I guess, by that flanking Spain, which is becoming more and more of a presence now. They can see a fair bit more of it. Spanish infantry and skirmishers making themselves known as well. And these look like guards as well. These look like the Spanish guards. So they brought good infantry. So they're not going to be an easy to roll over. Because sometimes Spain, you know, it's easy to roll over. These guys look a little bit more militia-y, a bit more cheap anyway, because look how they're all holding their weapons. They're not holding them all in the same same way as, say, like the guards are here. Much more regimented unit. And that's more like what you usually see with Spain. There's a lot more units like that, mass, and they kind of try and just overwhelm you like that, I feel. It doesn't seem like we're going to have that today. A bit more of an elite army on that flank, it seems. And here we go. France is running forward with all of his units in Ledoux and stuff. They need to be careful. They don't get overextended. France is being super aggressive over here, though. Going to try and take out this little Cossack. But yeah, he's actually scared off the Russians, who are still running back. And there you go. It looks like he's going to get that little Cossack. It's a bit of a win. This is an elite Hussar unit as well, actually. Colonel General de Hussar. Yeah, it's a good unit. And they've routed the Cossacks easily. And the Gendarme here as well is fairly elite, even though it's a tiny-ass unit. I think the Gendarme Mont is usually a fairly decent unit. Usually the Gendarmes are. But yeah, it seems as though that was an easy enough fight. Now France is going on over on this side here. And we've got the Cuirassiers. They've been committed. Thing is that as soon as they get tired out, then they're in real trouble. He needs to be careful. Needs to be careful. That could have been a very costly throwaway, really. I feel like it's not the right move. Yeah, we have some decent cav here. Seems like for Spain. We have Grenadiers back here as well. It seems like he's brought a pretty good infantry army. And yeah, the skirmishers are going to start skirming now. They did some pretty decent damage to the Cuirassier, killing about 6 riders. I mean, the other Cuirassier here as well also looks like he got committed or has at least been shot at. He's actually lost quite a few riders. But yeah, we have 1812. 1812 needs to just turn and face now and look at Spain. It looks like it's going to be their job to deal with this. Probably. I mean, they might need another army. 1812's army seems like it's very small when it comes to infantry. It's mainly heavy cav. But here we go. Russia's coming forward now. And 1799 is having to repel and try and kick them out of this damn town. And it seems like the coalition, yeah, quite happy to be aggressive here and try and push onto the French-held town. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying the NTW3 action and would like to see some more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment showing your support. As always, guys, it's very much appreciated as we work towards 9k subs. And if you have any glorious NTW3 battles that you feel like you want to send in, feel free to join my Discord. It's the best place to send replays so we can have a few on the channel. You are more than welcome to join if you want to get involved in some battles or want to send in your own. You're more than welcome to. This one was actually taken off the Lord's Discord, which is the official Discord for NTW3. I do occasionally take them from there. So it's just a little bit different because I'm a bit short when it comes to NTW3 replays at the moment. So I felt like I'd just go to Lords and see what those guys have been up to. And hopefully this one turns out to be a fairly decent battle. It seems like it was fairly well balanced by the looks of it on results, which is always a good sign. If both sides got some pretty decent kills, then you know it's a pretty well-matched battle. Yeah, the Polish infantry here feeling the wrath of those Austrian and Spanish guns by the looks of it. Yeah, the Spanish guns look like they're the ones setting up and firing away. Glorious to have cannon sounds back, that is for sure. Oh, I've missed them. In the Arses Sa'ub replay that I did a little while ago, because it was kind of like at that weird point where CA had like sort of changed, like done a patch, and then we had hot fixes and all sorts. It was a bit of a mess at that point. But yeah, so luckily we have got artillery sounds back, which is glorious. If you are struggling with like how to reinstall, well not reinstall, but like to have a compatible NTW3, then there is a few helpful guides. I can leave a link for one, because they are very, very helpful. There's a few helpful guides on either the Lord's Discord or on the YouTube. A good charge here anyway from Cavalry Battalier. They're going in. They're going to take out the Austrian guns. And that's revenge, you know, for 1799 earlier losing their guns. Oh, nasty volley there from the Russians though, and that Cavalry Battalier routed. It might return, but that was pretty painful actually onto the Russians. But good win taking out that artillery, that's for sure. Now we've got a bit of a duel down this road. It seems like the French are in range of these skirmishes. Whether they really needed to get this close, I don't think so. They usually have pretty good range, and yeah, they're just going to be punished for being this close to the line infantry. I think they're trying to scare get the line infantry out of the building. I don't know if they're going to really achieve that with that small amount of men, but we'll see. But yeah, look at this. Spain is getting even further in behind now. We can see on the map, like the blue here is Spain, and they're almost in behind the French. I mean, if 1799 and I think it's 1812 are happy with the other two French armies, like if they're happy to hold here, the other two French armies could just quickly go and double team the Spain and take him out the game and turn this game quickly from a 4v4 into a 4v3. If they could do that, I feel like that would be a great plan. Also, France's cav has like taken this entire field. I don't think they really had to lose any cavalry. That cavalry battalion already lost, but yeah, they haven't lost a single cavalry unit in taking this field. They've just scared off units, broken a few, I think. Look like they've broken maybe an infantry unit here or something. And we've had a charge from the French. The French actually are going in with bayonets twirling. 1799's had enough of this damn skirmish phase. He's going in with the infantry. And Austria's trying to get his men out of there. He's lost one as France, and he's going to keep coming forward. He is just, yeah, pushing hard onto Austria right now. And France is ready to take the offensive. Maybe he could come forward with cavalry. I feel like that might be an idea. Yeah, I don't know if Spain and Austria really know who's holding what. Because Russia used to be holding this ground. Now Austria's here. I don't know where Russia's disappeared to. Defending this flank by the looks of it. But there's not much here. 1814's got a couple of units around here, but not much. He's got some flankers, chasseurs. He's got like some Laguerre. And that is it here. He's not really thrown a lot around here. Some Voltigeurs. And if he's turned his whole army to deal with that, it's a big, big loss really for the coalition. But yep, seems like the French have just fully pushed the Austrians out of the town. (1812) here needs to be very worried about his flank. He needs to worry, like, he's getting shot in the side of the Polish infantry. Turn your flank. Like, this is concerning. And we're now going to see a charge here from 1812. He's sending in the cuirassiers. This could be painful for Spain. Oh, pretty good volley though from the cuirassiers. And my gosh, what a charge! And the cuirassiers like that broken. Big loss there for the 1812 player. He hoped to just smash through this infantry, but the Spanish go off a absolutely horrific volley onto the cuirassiers, just obliterating that unit. Yeah, 112 down to 39. That was brutal. And now 1812 needs to force more troops over this way. He needs to get his troops over here. All of a sudden, yeah, Werdenberg here. Get these Werdenberg boys over. Get you more line infantry here. Royal Avignon, they're all needed over here. And you can see also desperately 1812 looks like he's sending across more lancers, and his cuirassiers are here as well. If he tries another attempt, but it actually looks like this could be a united Spanish front here. I think this is This is certainly one Spanish army. I think this is the other Spanish army. They could be making an entire united Spanish front in a moment, and the battle is shaping up. As you can see, the lines are there. They've kind of swiveled a bit, as all good NTW players do. They retreat, they reposition. Russia's coming back to reclaim this ground. He's going to scare off these Voltigeurs by the looks of it. And this Spanish army seems to be everywhere. He seems to be on this right flank. He seems to be in the center supporting Austria. He's also, I think, helping over here with the other Spanish army. He seems to be everywhere just supporting. I mean, which is great, but it does require a lot of micro.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
Building has fallen to the enemy. Which building is that? Oh, it's one on the Spanish left. So I think it's one way out here. Yeah, this building is now under Spanish occupation. They look like they put some guard in there or something. Something good, anyway. Artillery over here is being... Oh, they lost an artillery piece. They must have been sniped by artillery. Lost a 12-pounder. I just like saw the morale just drop. I'm like, what the heck was that? 1812 is not having a good day when it comes to his units. He is being absolutely hounded right now. There we go. Looks like Cav coming forward on this side. Hussars there being hit pretty hard. We have the Colonel General going in. Oh, that was pretty brutal. Colonel General might, I should say might hold, but they did not. The Russians didn't even form square. They just stood there and shot, and that was enough. But I guess maybe it was a square check to see whether they could form square. And they're going to send in some bigger heavy hitters next. Maybe the Ledoux. Oh, we had a charge here as well. Austria's come back with a vengeance. He's sent in Grenadiers. And it's only Chasseurs holding the line here. These usually can't beat Grenadiers, but maybe they got a good volley off because they are holding. They are holding strong. And the battle for this town continues. It's requiring 2 French units to deal with 1 Austrian grenadier right now. Brutal hand-to-hand combat. And it looks like the Austrians are going to break just. And France is actually countercharged. And he's taking out some Hungarian infantry. And now we're going to see more Austrian infantry get dragged into that. They're going to rout the French. And oh boy, this is a spicy encounter going on here between the two. 1799 really taking it to Austria right now.
Our men are running, sir.
And the French, yeah, are broken here. Those chasseurs have had enough. Where's Egypt getting himself to? I actually haven't seen where. I think oh, it's Egypt that's going to be taking on this other Spanish army, it seems, over on this flank here. Yeah, they're doing an okay job here at 1799. They've pushed back the Austrians a fair amount, and if the Austrians come near this village, it seems like they have enough that they can just keep sending them back in. Keep sending them back, sorry. We've got French cab back here being scared off. What was this? Oh, it's a gendarme unit. It's just getting scared off by, looks like, Austrian hussars. Looks like the Imperial Dragoons were maybe going to go and help. They should have probably backed that up with another unit, but they didn't. It's not the end of the world. Victor Perrin's here. He's bringing forward his Garde Nationale. Which really are not going to do too much. A lot of his money, I imagine, has gone into this one unit here. The Grognards and Ledoux. I think he's put a lot of money into those guys. The Garde Nationale, they're actually not too bad. They can hold the line. They are very much like militia. He's got just random units sorted over here. He needs to get his army organized over here. He's got some actual line infantry as well, which is good, but not too much. As you can see here, howitzers going off as well. Who's bringing the howitzers to the party? I don't know. I can't see them easily. I think it might be these guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's Egypt. Egypt be bringing howitzers to the party. And it's a big howitzer unit. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 howitzers in it. My gosh. This could do some severe damage. Yeah, again, Spain going in. And he looks like he might have got the guns. 1812 has finally lost his guns. But Polish artillery has finally bit the dust. Gracia is coming in and dealing with it, but I mean, it's easily done. Oh, and Russian cav coming in now. We have Russian cuirassiers going into the flank of 1799, I think, or is it, no, it's 1812. He's having a really bad game. It's 1812, and the Russian cuirassiers, they could do with pinning this down now. If they could just hold it, it wasn't a great charge from Russia. If they could just shoot it with something else, that's a cuirassier gone. Look at that, morale for it is dropping quick. They're getting rear charged by their own Russian infantry. Not helping. Poles going into melee with the Russians. Imagine the Russians will win that fight.
Our general is under attack.
A general under attack? Not sure quite how, but there you go. And we're going to see a charge here as well forward. Come and look at this. 1812, he's going in just about everywhere right now. He's a chance, yeah, the guard here. They are guard for the Spanish fleet, not them square. And Crassi should deal with them. We're going to see infantry charge across this front here. The Poles are just going in. It looks like they're going to get routed in most places. The Spanish, I think, got a good volley off. And yeah, the cuirassiers look like they're beaten. They don't look like they can break through those guards. The Russian cuirassiers, though, have routed those 2 French units there. It looks like we're going to see Dragoons come up, maybe deal with the issue. Or they're going to countercharge the Austrians here. They're going to get some revenge. They form squares, though. And that's going to stop the French. Well, they should do anyway. It looks like the French almost pulled through. But it's now going to allow 1799 to get his infantry up, and he's going to go in for a bayonet charge. And there you go. Good countercharge, and my gosh. This is turning pretty messy pretty quickly. There you go, 1799 has done that. Yeah, 1812 was pushed back from here. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't think he has the facilities to go in for a melee charge. His poles are just not good enough to take it. It's like his cavalry is pretty good, but Well, it's a very good bit. Well, it needs to break through the heavy cav. It's not achieving that at the moment. His Frenchman over here might do a better job of a melee fight, though. And it looks now, he's also like Cuirassier. He's kind of short when it comes to cavalry. He has got the Polish Lancers here. And we are going to see a charge now from the Spanish. They're going to send in their cavalry. And they're going in after this Polish infantry that's kept in reserve, which cannot form square. And this is a good good Spanish cavalry. And it's all going off right now. And now we might see a bayonet charge here from Spain. I doubt it. They're not great in melee. More of a risk for him, but yeah, here come the Polish Lancers. They're trying to counter-charge. Looks like some Spanish infantry that's come up. You can see Joachim Murat getting very close, and the howitzers putting in some pretty decent shots there. Certainly, the morale of the Spanish went down there, but Spain is coming in. I don't know where he's going with all this infantry. Got Grenadiers here coming forward. Yeah, lots of Grenadiers here. 5 units, looks like. Holy cow. And the Russian cav just... Oh, sorry, Russian infantry's already been defeated. It's French cav here. Yeah, Russian infantry looks like they're being pushed back. But yeah, big, like, offensive here by the coalition has helped retake this ground here. And it's almost swiveled the French defense in 1799. Seems like he's running out of men. It seems like there's endless coalition troops right now. Haven't really had a look at what's going on the Egyptian side here, but it looks like they're having an okay fight so far. It seems as though, yeah, I mean, they're just dueling with the Grenadiers. I mean, that's not probably too bad. These are probably their best shooters. It's probably better that they're dueling them than they are fighting them. Yeah, we're seeing, looks like sappers. There's a lot of sappers moving towards the town, which I guess they are probably pretty good at melee. But yeah, look at this. 1812 clearly seems the weak link here. And his Grenadiers getting charged by Grenadiers now. A lot of Spanish Grenadiers going in. This might be too many. Yeah, it's going on down the line. So many Spanish Grenadiers going in. There you go, 1812 starting to buckle. We've got cavalry battalion dashing over this direction as well. What else we got over here that's routing? Oh, there's more infantry. Ladou's coming this way now. They're really throwing over the cavalry this way because they can see where the main push is going to come. And it is over here in the center. The center's looking weak. Cavalry battalion now holding the line here, trying to deal with these Spanish Grenadiers. They're committed in melee, so they can't form square. What an absolute chaotic time it is down here. We've got some Austrian cav as well trying to support. But really, like, 1812 should just get his infantry, pull it back. If it's not engaged in melee already, it's going to be soon. And there you go, look at that break. It's just the sheer sight of the Spanish. And here comes Ladou. Ladou has been committed into this mass of Spanish. They just need to support it with infantry so it doesn't get shot in the flank. Yeah, look at the size of this, 130 men of sheer steel. We've got, yeah, just a bunch of sappers now just holding the line here. And if they go into melee, they might do okay. Yeah, here they go. The Egyptian sappers going in. It's like 3 units to 1 Spanish. Jeez. See how they do. I don't think they'll... I think merely they're just going to slow down the Spanish, if anything. They're not going to do much more than that. And they go, brave men of the Egyptian campaign, do your worst. I mean, if they can break all these Spanish, it might cause a chain rout. They just need to break a couple, and the Spanish will start to quiver themselves. Oh, we got a... Yeah, is this Ladou? He's almost flanked the Spanish. And here we go, we've got... Looks like some more Spanish cav coming in. They're going to challenge Ladou. See how they do. Yeah, look at all this. Like, Ladou's challenging all these units, keeping them all in melee. It's insane, actually. Looks like we've got, yeah, Colonel General in there. Yeah, look at this. The sappers are broken through with the help of the cavalry. And now can they loop in behind the Imperial Dragoons are in here as well. And the Empress Dragoons in there doing their work. guard here for the Spanish. They're holding everything they can't form square. If this is the guard, they look fairly good. Can't form square. But yeah, look at that. They just smashed through the Spanish line there. And now the coalition is going to have to reform. It looks like they're sending back over both Austrian and Russian cuirassiers going in that direction. Trying to deal with the big French push here. I mean, they've thrown in their juggernauts, the French. They've thrown in the big boys. I mean, I know cuirassiers are supposed to be good, but honestly, I'd rather have this Dragoon unit and the and Ledoux, because they are just bloody amazing. But here we go, Russians and Austrians trying to chase out the really nasty cav. They might just about bloom and do it as well. Look at all that cavalry retreating from the French. There's a lot of cav actually going in the opposite direction. And we've got a little Dragoon here, Lorraine. They're going to have to hold the line. Stop these Russians and these damn Austrians. Maybe they can countercharge now, or shoot into the back of these units at least. It looks like both sides are disengaging. Both sides have had a gentleman's agreement. That's enough cav fighting for now. But yeah, a lot of repositioning now of Austria and Russia. Lots more heavy cav coming to the center. Probably ready for another big push here. Obviously the coalition have cottoned on that this is not a large force over here by 1814. I mean, yeah, it's just Garde Nationale really. And some grenadiers. I don't even know where the Grognards are gone. They must still be here, I imagine. I don't know. They disappeared off the face of the earth. They're not in amongst those, that's for sure. Maybe he shifted them to the center? I really don't know. But they're over here somewhere, I imagine. It seems like the Spanish campaign coming forward on this side here. Oh, sorry, the Egyptian campaign coming forward on this side here. If I call them... It's because they're going up against Spain. I think it's why I'm calling them that. But look at the size of these units. 156. This is the glory days of France where they can mobilize huge-ass units. What have they sent in? Some line infantry. Trying to see that damn building. And these guys can form square. 194 and they can form square. There's some big squares they form. This one can't form square though. Le Bolognais. Bolognese regiment. They get in charge right now by Spanish cav. And we're going to see a big volley into the flank here from the... Oh, I thought they were going to set up into fire. Just fire, boys. Your French comrades need it. Put a withering volley into the side of these guys. Oh my gosh! Howitzers going off. And that might rout the Spanish cav. It will. And we're going to see now a charge from the... well, I was about to say we're going to see a charge from the Grenadiers. But they've actually been soundly routed with one volley. And there you go. Egypt's holding on this flank here. He's doing a good job. He's having to shift troops over to the center as well, where he's actually getting pounded. Like, I mean, these units are probably about to break. Down from 156 to 60. Yeah, these guys aren't holding. Russia's center's sort of rallied. He's got sort of lines here forming up. They're charging again, but I don't know where it was. I don't know. I mean, I heard some charging, but it doesn't seem like it's appeared anywhere. But yeah, the fighting has moved from here. It's now going down the line almost, and we're now seeing Spain obviously re-engage more as... oh, here we go. Here's the charging. They're going to try and break this unit here. Which they'll probably do, because they're fighting inside the building. They'll charge a small bit outside. It's a common tactic, and it works. These guys have to form square. They will repel the cavalry here. Send them packing. I love how even though the unit's inside the square, it still just fails to break them. And there you go, the Spanish cav has been routed. And Austria's sending more cav down this way, supporting his ally. Yeah, it's great how the fighting started up here, and you thought like the town was going to be the main objective. I mean, it still sort of is. It's still very much in the fight. But the fight is sort of shifted down the battlefield now as Spain gets more and more involved, and is really the main pushing power left. I have a feeling Russia and Austria burn out. Austria and Russia, I think, mainly have just heavy cav left, which obviously is still very important. But Spain is providing that mass. And all the grenadiers, by the looks of it, there's still so many grenadiers. And you can tell they're grenadiers by these funny hats. The mitre hat. That's what it is, the mitre hat. Because the British use it as well. The British grenadiers used to pretty much look like this as well, the mitre hat. And the Scots Greys still used the had the mitre hat, but it's kind of like also got a bearskin on. It's kind of like a converted mitre hat. It's kind of a weird thing. Fun fact for you there, if you didn't know that. And if you don't know what a mitre hat looks like, if you're like, what the heck is he on about? It's basically just that. Austria here still trying to be relevant. He's got Bavarian units in here as well, I just realised. So I imagine this is a fairly late period Austria that we're seeing. Because Bavaria only changed its side at the end of the war. And yeah, I don't know if they actually... Looking at the map, it says that the building's unoccupied, but there's definitely shots coming from there. So I imagine Spain still holds this building. Also, there is a Spanish artillery pieces out here. I mean, there isn't. Oh, there is actually Austrian cav here as well. I was going to say that surely this is going to be a prime target for the French, but there is actually cav support, and Austria is looking to get cav in behind the French, and he could do that. There is one line infantry that can form square there. I guess it's sort of guarding the artillery. Firing with a horrific volley off, and they're going to just shell this line here. God, that's brutal. And they don't necessarily get kills, it just goes for morale. Oh, here we go. The grognards have been found, and they're in a pretty good spot. If these grognards could just get down this line, they could rout a lot of Spanish here. That is actually really... Yep, I think that's what's about to happen here, guys. We're about to see the old guard do what they do best. And that is going to bayonet fighting. Don't get close to these guys, because you will be bayonet charged. All you have to do is sneak around this house. There you go, another volley going in. Now would be the prime time to go down this line, I feel like. And it looks like, yeah, we're going to see 1814. He's bringing up Dragoons and his Grenadiers Ledoux again. And we're going to see a charge here. Here we go, yep. In go the Grognards, and they're going in, actually, for this line, funnily enough. Okay, interesting one to go for. They've gone in, and they should break those. I mean, you see the Spanish doing the right thing. This is why I thought you'd go for this unit. He's going to get flanking shot inside here. And he's losing a lot of unnecessary guards. He's actually trying to re-engage a second unit. I don't know whether he should really be able to do that. And the old guard could break it, but here we go. Ledoux comes to save the day. And the guard rally. Ledoux goes smashing in, as does the Imperial Dragoons. They've gone in for that Spanish line there, and they are shattering it. There goes one. Can the guard get the second unit? I don't know what unit this is, but it's a strange looking one. It's broken. And here come the Austrians with their cuirassiers. They're going to try and stop the guard. Stop Ledoux. I don't know if they formed squared with the guard in time, but if they did, then they're okay. I don't think they did. We're down to half strength of the guard already. But yeah, looking bad already for this Austrian cuirassier. Routed. Oh my gosh. That was probably a lot of friendly fire, to be honest. And here we go. The Russians now coming in. And this might be the decisive push here from 1814. The Imperial Dragoons, they need a rally. It's the last great challenge they've got to deal with here, is this cuirassier unit. There were two. I haven't seen what the other one is. I'm presuming routed. And yet Ledoux down here is trying to do his bit. And another, is this another cuirassier, or is this looks like just a Chevalier going in. Trying to get a flanking charge. That might actually help. If the old guard could get around the side, they could just shoot these guys, though. Oh, there you go. The Empress's Dragoons breaking. Ledoux is going to have to fight this one alone. Perrin is right in the fight almost himself, trying to, you know, help with rallies. And looks like we saw a cuirassier there try and charge the Spanish lines. Failed. 1799 trying to use his Dragoons, trying to get him behind as well, cause some havoc. France, this looks like a last throw of the dice for France. France looks like he's out of options, out of men, really. I mean, Russia is point blank range right now with France. And they're going into melee. Carabiniers here going in. And Ledoux looks like he's going to win that fight just about. Yeah, the Russian cuirassiers are going to be scared off just. Ledoux's down to 30 men. I don't think that's going to be enough to do much. Another Spanish cav's been eagerly brought over here. Don't think it's going to make much of a difference. Yeah, Ledoux is exhausted. He's... Oh, jeez. It's not going to help if he's getting friendly fired as well by howitzers. There you go. They've routed the Russians. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of troops over here that still haven't been committed. Grenadiers here holding on. They need to be wary though because their flank is being turned. Like, look at this. The Spanish are almost gone. There's a few units left over here, but not much. The Grognards and Ledoux are all that really remains of the guard. They need to also watch the fire. Watch your fire, 1798. You can shoot the old guard. Same with the howitzers as well. Need to watch their fire. And that little elite Hussar unit getting in there again, causing havoc. The Austrian general is very much open as well. He's on the front lines. I don't think it's over just quite yet. Russia is repositioning what infantry he has remaining, and 1814. Looks like he is going to bring over his Garde Nationale, sort of to support that push that they're making, I guess. Maybe go through the town. That's what I'd do. Try and commit the Austrians. Yeah, look at this. France is absolutely battered. Absolutely battered. What a fight this has been. Back and forth. Line infantry here of Ferez, the Egyptian campaign. They are trying to, I guess, shield off these few Spanish grenadiers. I think they were. Well, one of them's not. The other one might have been. From just rejoin. I mean, the old guard as well. Just keep them shield these Spanish units that are still stuck this side here. Keep them back. Apparently, glorious victory is soon to be theirs. I don't know, to be honest. Still hangs to the balance. I feel like Spain's got artillery wheeled right up now, which is obviously going to force back the French. Like 1799, who's still in the fight. Credit to them. Been here since minute 1. Yeah, artillery is now shelling. Like the howitzers shelling these artillery. This is the final sort of standard of the coalition. 1799. Also, there's a few troops here whether you could use those. Go through. This is what I'm saying. If you could go through the town with the 1814, you can flank the Russians. And there is still one. There is still a Russian cuirassier. This, I imagine, is probably a lifeguard one or something like that. It's probably even better. Look at them. They're immaculate uniforms. God, they're a sexy sign. This is the last, and this honestly is probably the last decent cavalry formation around. Ledoux is beaten. Like, up. He's not dead, just beaten. Oh, general gonna get taken out here. Victor Perrin's gone. And that's a huge loss actually, because 1814 still got a lot of like Garde Nationale. And that is general gone. That was actually kind of sloppy from 1814. And the Spanish cav just came straight through the middle of the battlefield there and managed to kill him. And yeah, there you go. He's lost him. That is a shame. And that could do all sorts of morale damage. 1814, who's really only got like Garde Nationale left. I'm hearing more charges. How did this Russian cav get here? But they managed to get to the OBSers. They managed to take them out. And yeah, and the 6th Line Infantry here failed to do their job. We have a tiny little like Colonel General here. He's trying to get in there, I think, and try and stop it. I don't know what he's doing. But that's a huge loss there. And all of a sudden, Spanish and Russian cav causing all sorts of problems back here. Yeah, Ledoux was trying to defend it, I guess. Failed. And there you go, Russian cav finally dealt with. Could this be a turnaround now? Could we see a different, like, could we see France, like, lose it now? I don't know.
Our men are running.
There you go, Russian cuirassies going in. They actually managed to rout some of the infantry in here. The house, though, I mean, cavalry cannot scale stairs, so, I mean, the house is safe from these guys. But, yeah, could be pretty brutal. Because it's, like, these 1814 units here can't form square. Yeah, look at that. Smash through one into the next. That's one unit routed. They might get the next one as well. These guys are getting a bit hard though. The cuirassiers, how was morale's fine. Just keep hitting them. Routing 2 units, so that was pretty good for the cuirassiers, and then they're gonna just get out of them. Got like a little dragoon unit over here as well that's just trying to come up and support. We've got more like flanker chasseurs. They're gonna move up, I guess, just maybe be the front line, stop the line infantry from taking the hits. Just let the skirms take the hits from cavalry. Yeah, the Garde Nationale here is just not going to do it when it comes to dealing with Russian bayonet charges and Russian cavalry. Look at it, morale is already all over the place, and that's because they lost their general. This could be huge actually. France needs to get a shuffle on here and deal with the Austrians, then get over here because 1814 is being picked apart. Another flanker chasseurs, but they're more of like a line infantry variant. They've been routed. That was actually a decent infantry unit in here. The Garde Nationale aren't going to hack it either. And that dragoon unit almost broke instantly. And this could be a huge issue actually. Russia here saving one of his cuirassiers has kept himself in the game. And he's got his general back here as well, whoever this is. He's just supporting with morale. And this great push here from Russia. And Russia, who's been in the fight as well since minute 1, is now starting to turn the screw on the French here. We're having to desperately turn some units. They need to get some of these guys in square and stop these cuirassiers. The Russian infantry also doing some heavy lifting. Russia wins another bayonet charge. And again. And they just can't stop them. It's insane. Even sitting in the light infantry. They're that confident they can break these Frenchies. And you know what? They might be able to just do that. They're firing into their own Russians, so they do need to be careful with that. That fire is a bit danger close, sir. There you go. They managed to rout all of those. Look at that. The French are streaming back towards Paris. And it looks like as well Austria on this side is trying to do a very similar response. He's using his heavy cav. I mean, didn't really support with infantry though. He has got these Chevaliers though behind. He's routed these 2 French units. But they have routed themselves. The Grognards are coming up. They're coming to save the day. Hold the line. Bayonets out. And look at this, how ironic. It's the Bavarians leading the charge against their old French allies. The Grognards are going to need to get in there into melee. They love a bit of bayonet fighting though. These guys are veterans of multiple campaigns. If they break, then the battle might be doomed. Oh, are they broken? No! The battle might be doomed for the French now. Overcommitted, outnumbered. They routed a couple of units, but it just wasn't enough. 1814. Without a general, yeah, those guards were pretty much done for, really. I don't know why he's swiveling like this. Just stand in a line and just shoot Austrians. Now he looks like he's shooting his own men. What are you doing? Reform. Let's do beasters. I mean, he could just bayonet charge. I feel like he's got the numbers now. Austria doesn't really like bayonet charging that much. His generals here trying to support with morale. Like, Russia's back here with, what, like 5 units left. I don't know if the cuirassiers are even still alive. They certainly disappeared. Might have routed. But the French around this building here are, like, easy pickings right now, it seems. Just go in here. Just bayonet charge these guys. Are they firing artillery? Yeah, 8-pounders they're firing. Gosh. Shelling these poor Austrians. They're not even Austrians, they're Bavarians. And the flanker chasseurs here, they're going to get taken out. The morale is not that good. Also doesn't help with the span. I was about to call them spam. But there you go. Spain is still alive, apparently. Every coalition faction seems to be having some sort of resurrection right now. Like, here you go. Spain's bringing more troops out of the woodwork. Some grenadiers as well, of all things. I wonder if they've abandoned the building. It looks like they might have, yeah. It looks like this unit might have left the building. This was the guard unit, I think, that was in there. That's left. So, yeah, it does not look good, actually, for France, who's fully routed on this side here. He has occupied this building back here with, what is in here? Some just line infantry. The Egyptian campaign, I think it was. No, the Italian campaign. They're in there. Look at this. Spain's going to brand down the doors. And they get musket fire in their face. And there you go. They're going to have to try and take that building. I don't think they will. The Italian campaigners are fairly good at melee. But it does look like France might lose this one. It does look like that might be the case. They're just trying to stay in the game. They've got about 5 minutes left to hold on. This battle has gone to the wire. What a fight. What a fight. And these 8-pounders are about to get overrun now, it looks like, by... well, it could be the Austrian general here who overruns them. He's milking kills right now. Look at this guy. He's farming kills. But yeah, he could be routed. He could be routed here by the Austrian general himself. But he's just taking his time. I mean, if they could get up a volley, that would be hilarious if they could just take out this Austrian general. I mean, the Austrians got no army left. But if, yeah, the gun crew just managed to turn their guns and fire at this general, because he's moving slowly, put it like that. I don't know what's happened to him there. He's got stuck in the mud. But yeah, that's the French. I was gonna say I can miss charging, but it's just the general here who's moving at a snail's pace. What is this? I feel like my nan would move quicker than this. Come on. Come on, there we go. Moving a little quicker now. They must be exhausted, Mr. General, or something. Because he honestly looked like he was moving quicker when he was walking. There you go. Actually, yeah, there you go. That morale says that the French probably will lose this fight. Nicely done, Austrian General. Taking out a key objective. And the Spanish General also going in there, getting kills. Look at this, milking kills now for their generals. Gah, it's despicable. What is this unit? Oh, it's a tiny-ass Bavarian unit that's just holding on. What the heck? Russia right now has just actually lost a lot of morale. I don't know why, maybe just exhaustion. But yeah, these units actually are having fun in a line fight here. There's a few chasseurs still alive. So they're probably shooting pretty, like, nasty at those units. And all of a sudden, they might lose it. I mean, I think there's 2 LOCs held by the French. So if it comes down to LOC victory, I think they're going to win. They have, yeah, 2 points. And I think, well, the Spanish had 1 point, but I don't know if they even occupy it anymore. But even still, it's 2v1 at best. Like, the coalition need to get one of these buildings pretty soon. There is literally 2 minutes left of this battle. Spain just seems to have troops everywhere. I mean, this could be just the same grenadier I've seen just move in several different places. But yeah, they need to get like a grenadier or something into that building. It's at 56%. It's taking some heavy hits. Same here. I mean, they got, yeah, Spanish just have like a few line infantry just dotted around. They could do with getting this, getting this grenadier into here. I mean, who's in here? The grenadier's the line. We also have another line infantry unit. See, they got some good units in there holding the line. Holding the building, in fact. There you go. Spanish artillery having one last hurrah. But we'll just fast forward now, as it just seems like the French are just going to kind of move forward there. Scaring off the coalition with their mighty 3 units here, which are really not going to do too much. And yeah, we're just kind of whittling down time. Seems like France is going to hold this building here for now. Though it does seem as though they are going to try and shell it to pieces. But usually, if you the rules are, I felt for NTW3, if you destroy the building and like the enemy's in it, it's theirs permanently. Like they held it. So when you like destroyed it, so that's how it stands. So we'll have to see whether they actually shell it down to fully, or whether 68 they're going to go to. They might just take it down to like 90 and then just leave it at that. Just let them go in at that point. But they haven't got anything near it. That's the thing. They've got no infantry near it to storm it. Here we go, though. It looks like we're going to see a last hurrah here from Russia. But there is literally no time on the clock left. Napoleon there actually might rout the Russians. Yeah, there is no time left on the clock, so I don't know. There you go. Technically a draw, but I would say that's a French LOC victory. They've won that. And my gosh, was that a bloody battle. That was, like, brutal. Came down to literally no men left. What a fight. So, yeah, this one was sent in on the Lord's Discord. I'll try and remember who sent it in. If I did not remember who sent it in, then I do apologize. But I'll have a quick look at the unit stats. But yeah, they were playing as 1790, 1799. Where the person that sent this one in, their most kills is the 6th E Chasseur, which I think is still alive at the end. 178 kills they got. It's pretty impressive, actually. But yeah, this one was sent in by B Square, who was playing as 1799. So yeah, 22 kill. The 22nd line infantry here getting 163 kills, 126, 115. Dragoon's getting 105 kills. He did really, really well. I imagine he's got probably some of the best kills around. But yeah, well done to B Square and everyone else that was involved on his team. We have Andrei Bolskanowski. I'd probably butcher that name. Dr. Flying Cows, Kissing, all did a very good job. And well done to Drogo staff, to Machina, to Yuri Belt, and to Chiuru, who are playing on the coalition side as well. All did a very good job. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and feel free to like, comment as well. Show some love to the channel if you want to, and I'll see you guys in the next one.